As thousands of people remain out of the office, privacy, which used to be a luxury, now relies on a lot of trust.
If I want to have a private conversation with someone, I could go to their desk or to their cubicle or their office or whatever. But we don't have that same luxury, obviously, when we're working from home.
Justin Regubar has found a good balance of working from home with his employer, but knowing how closely his bosses are looking at his work or possibly at his emails would add a little peace of mind.
Even though they are corporate emails, I would like to know that they're being tracked.
The Ministry of Labor says it will soon require employers to disclose how much they're monitoring and what they do with the data they collect. Everything from tracking GPS units in company vehicles to watching how staff use electronic devices.
Data is power.
Labor Minister Monty McNaughton says by making employers disclose what they're tracking, workers can decide who they're comfortable working for.
We'll be enshrining this in law. It will be in the Employment Standards Act. Any employer with 25 or more employees will have to have a policy in place and will be enforced through the Ministry of Labour inspectors.
But it's unclear what measures will be put in place in cases of possible overreach.
I'd be curious to know if there are any actual real teeth in the legislation.
Labor lawyer Alex Lucifero says he still needs to see if there are any rules to enforce the right to privacy.
Otherwise, the government is simply mandating employers to introduce a policy without the nuts and bolts of what those policies should say.
Now, much like the For Government's right to disconnect law for workers, that employment lawyer says this appears to be another piece of legislation with good intentions, but likely not enough enforcement to back it up.